I've been working in AI for most of my career, helping companies build artificial intelligence capabilities to improve their business, which is why I think what I'm about to tell you is quite shocking. Every year, thousands of companies across the world spend collectively tens of billions of dollars to build AI capabilities. But according to research my colleagues and I have done, only about 10% of these companies get any meaningful financial impact from their investments. These 10% winners with AI have a secret. And their secret is not about fancy algorithms or sophisticated technology. It's something far more basic. It's how they get their people and AI to work together, not against each other, not instead of each other, together in a mutually beneficial relationship. Unfortunately, when most people think about AI, they think about the most extreme cases. That AI is here only to replace us or overtake our intelligence and make us unnecessary. But what I'm saying is that we don't seem to quite appreciate the huge opportunity that exists in the middle ground, where humans and AI come together to achieve outcomes that neither one could do alone on their own. Consider the game of chess. You probably knew that AI today can beat any human grandmaster. But did you know that the combination of a human chess player and AI can beat not only any human, but also any machine? The combination is much more powerful than the sum of its parts. In a perfect combination, AI will do what it does best, which is dealing with massive amounts of data and solving complex problems. And humans do what we do best, using our creativity, our judgment, our empathy, our ethics, and our ability to compromise. For several years, my colleagues and I have studied and worked with hundreds of winning companies who are successfully building these human AI relationships. And what we've seen is quite interesting. First of all, these companies get 5 times more financial value than companies who use AI only to replace people. Most importantly, they have a happier workforce. Their employees are more proud, more fulfilled, they collaborate better with each other, and they're more effective. 5 times more value and a happier workforce. So the question is, how do these companies do it? How do they achieve these symbiotic human-AI relationships? I have some answers. First of all, they don't think of AI in the most extreme case, only to replace humans. Instead, they look deep inside their organizations and at the various roles their people play, and they ask, how can AI make our people more fulfilled, more effective, more amplified? Let me give you an example. Humana is a healthcare company here in the US. It has pharmacy call centers where pharmacists work with patients over the phone. It's a job that requires a fair amount of empathy and humanity. Humana has developed an AI system that listens to the pharmacist's conversation and picks up emotional and tone signals, and then gives real-time suggestions to the pharmacist on how to improve the quality of that conversation.
Let me try that again. Welcome, everybody. I guess you have to unmute yourself when you're actually trying to welcome everybody into the room. And today, we're going to be talking about the actual implementation of everything we talked about on the Digital Advisor Weekly on Wednesday. And so it's important that today we're going to go from learning to applying. AI is like the 21st century gold rush. And half of you showed up with a spoon, which isn't going to help you very much. Oh, and maybe a LinkedIn or a YouTube course that you may have taken. And then you occasionally dabble just for fun. But this masterclass isn't about becoming a tech wizard. You have to think of it like you're a producer of your own film, and AI is like the entire production crew that's helping you make your vision come to life. How many times have you thought of a really great idea, but you don't know how to get there? That's what this is. It's your entire production crew that can do everything you can to bring your vision to life. And how exciting is that? Is AI making us less creative? No, it's actually taking everything that we've creatively thought of and given you the ability to bring it to life. AI can program an entire website. It can program a phone app for you. It can write proposals, understand complex equations. It can create mathematical equations, comparisons, lookbacks, all kinds of, it's limitless. And we're going to show you today some examples that I think will blow your mind. So I'm looking forward to it. And really, this isn't about making you that kind of AI expert. We're just going to try and teach you to how to use it well enough to where you can improv and learn and begin to enhance your ability to create. So today we're going to talk about actionable prompts. So we're going to create real prompts that will create real profits. And I'm going to give all of those prompts away at the end of today's masterclass. So if you have an idea that you've been thinking about and you're not sure how to use AI to make that idea come to life, we want you to treat this as a challenge. Think about that idea and be prepared to give us that idea in the fewest words possible. And we'll see if we can help you make that idea come to life, showing you the exact prompting that we would use to help you get started. And we'll select this 3 individuals that we will continue the conversation with after the masterclass is over, if you stick around to the end. All right, so here's the deal. AI isn't going to replace you, I promise, if you're willing to adapt and embrace the technology. It's the people who don't that will be replaced. But someone who knows how to use it better than you do, yeah, they should be worried. And by the end of this session, you'll know exactly how to get started. Use AI to drive real marketing results for your business or for your clients. Stop sounding like a corporate chatbot. You know those when you get on the phone and you call your cell phone company. Press 3 if you are a provider. And we're going to teach you how to prompt like a creative killer that is going to create results that nobody else in the world can, because they're your ideas, they're your inspiration. So we're getting started. Welcome, Jackie, Narina, Eliza. Thank you for joining us today. Someone give me a topic for a speech that you want. Let's say you're giving a speech to a crowd of millennials and you're the featured speaker. And you're kicking off the conference and you got to teach them something financial to a crowd of 500 millennials. And you need to write the opening paragraph to that speech to get their attention. And I'm interested. Hey, Barry, thanks for joining us. I want somebody to give me a prompt that they would use. And if not, we'll start with the prompt. I'm hoping somebody will volunteer, because this is how we get real results for real people that they can actually use and put into action. If you want to choose a different prompt for a speech that you've been wanting to create, hey, Allie, then definitely I need a prompt of somebody who's looking to write the opening paragraph to a featured speaker, to the audience, to any audience. And if we don't, okay, so Garth is giving me why start planning now to millennials, or finance 101. So let's try the importance of starting now, just because Garth was quick on the fingers. So first we're going to show you the example, and I'm going to bring my AI specialist and business partner Brian on stage with us too as we go through this, because he's going to help me with how to improve these prompts. Typically what we would do is we would say something like, can you write me the opening paragraph to a speech that I need to give to an audience of millennials about why it's so important to start financial planning now?
Oh, absolutely. I can definitely help with that. So picture this. You're standing in front of a group of millennials, and you can just open up with something like, "Hey, everyone. I am so excited to be here with all of you today. I know we're all juggling a lot, from careers to passions to just trying to enjoy life. But let me tell you, starting your financial planning journey now can actually unlock even more freedom for all those things you care about. So let's dive into why getting started now is a total game changer."
Okay. So, Marie, if you could bring up ChatGPT so we can actually see this happening in text in real time, and then bring Brian on stage so he can help me improve these prompts, that would be super helpful. It's gonna look something like, no, I'll let you do it because you're the producer. So there you go, and then we'll bring Brian on.
Hey,
And
good
then
morning.
thanks, Brian. This is Brian Wayne with his own marketing company and also partner with Advisor Marketing Hub. Let's get him on stage. And then what we'll do is let's click on the most recent conversation, which would be the one I should have just created. If it's done, let's see if it's done. Maybe it didn't. All right. Did it save it? Yeah, it did. Financial planning for millennials. There you go. So there's the text. If there any way we can make that a little bit bigger so that people can read that who are joining us live. And then Brian, have you thought of, we need to get Brian on stage, and then have you thought of a way that we can improve that with a prompt? And I don't know if you want to do it via audio or whether you want to do it in actual writing. So
Yeah, so it's a group of millennials, and what's the intent? What are we trying to get them?
teaching them why it's important to start financial planning now, not waiting. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll turn on the AI, and we'll create a more compelling prompt with a more compelling hook that will get people's attention.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you could just say that it would be a compelling, write a compelling speech with an opening hook that's going to grab their attention, that speaks directly to their pain points. And you might want to have like a call to action at the end with the pertinent information that you're trying to help get them to understand.
Okay, we're having a problem with your audio, so if you can make that adjustment while we edit this prompt. So I'm going to edit this prompt, and then we're going to see if we can run this and see what we get. So help you with that. So
write a compelling.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna do it again, and give me 1 second. We're gonna do it again, and then yes, you're gonna rewrite. Start with rewrite, and then explain what you want, and we'll get that response now.
Rewrite this speech with a compelling hook that speaks to the pain points of millennials in regards to their financial well-being and planning for their retirement, and why it is very important for them to start now.
And create a hook that is so shocking that they sit back in their seats and are in total suspense about what the speaker is going to do next.
All right, I've got you. Let's add a little drama to this. So imagine you start off like this. All right, everyone, I want you to picture something that might make you a little uncomfortable. Imagine waking up one day, decades from now, realizing that your dreams of a comfortable retirement have just slipped away. Now, I know that's a bit of a shock, but here's the deal. So many millennials are facing the reality of student debt, the rising cost of living, and the overwhelming pressure of financial uncertainty. But today, I'm going to show you exactly why taking control of your financial future right now is not just important, it's essential. And trust me, by the end of this, you're going to feel ready to make moves that your future self will thank you for. I think that kind of hook can really get them to lean in and be like, all right, what's next?
Can you rewrite and create an even more shocking hook and add a little bit of sarcasm and humor?
Oh, absolutely. I love this. All right, picture that. So you stand up there and you say, All right, everyone. I hope you're sitting down because I'm about to drop a truth bomb that might just knock you out of your avocado toast. Imagine you're 65 and you're thinking, well, at least I have my collection of artisanal coffee mugs, but I have no plan for retirement. I mean, yikes, right? But hey, no pressure. It's not like the cost of living is going up or anything. But seriously, today we're going to talk about why getting your financial ducks in a row now is the smartest thing you can do. And don't worry, I'm going to make it fun. I'm going to make it real. And maybe, just maybe, we'll save some money for something more than just brunch. I think that kind of vibe could definitely get them to lean in with a little humor and sarcasm, but still make it impactful.
Okay, Brian, do you have anything you want to add to it to make it even crazier?
That was incredible.
That was. Anybody else have any ideas on how about Brian, give me an actor that we can say rewrite the exact same thing in the voice of pick an is there an actor or actress that's really popular with millennials right now? We're both not millennials, so it may stump us. So we'll go to the audience. Jojo Siwa. Okay, just for fun. Great script. Can you rewrite the exact same script but write it in the voice of Jojo Siwa?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Okay, let's do this Jojo Siwa style. So picture this. You come out with all this energy and you say, hey, everybody, I am so excited to see all of you. And I've got something super important to share. Now, I want you to think about something that might give you a bit of a jolt, like waking up in a future where your dreams of retirement are like totally out of reach. But don't worry, because today we're going to turn that around with so much positivity and fun. We're going to talk about how you can take control of your financial future right now. And trust me, it's going to be amazing. And your future self is going to be like, yes, thank you. There we go. All the sparkles and bows included.
I love it. Now, just for fun, for my friend Garth, can you rewrite the exact same script, but in the voice of Donald Trump?
All right. I can definitely do.
Continue.
Sure thing. I got you. So if we're going to do this in the voice of Donald Trump, it's going to sound a little bit like this. Listen, everyone, we have something absolutely tremendous to talk about. It's about the future, your financial future. And let me tell you, nobody knows more about building a great future than I do. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to make sure that you don't wake up one day and find out your retirement is gone. We're going to plan, we're going to do it right, and it's going to be huge. There you go. A little bit of fun.
I love it. I love it. And then if you can refresh or scroll down on the existing ChatGPT, you can see all the different versions of that conversation. I'm using my phone for the audio version of it, but it will then propagate. If you have a ChatGPT Plus account, it will propagate it. You may just have to refresh the page, or I have to actually probably finish the conversation. So let me finish the conversation. Okay, so see if it popped up and it says financial planning for millennials, and it should pop up now. So yeah, see, there you go. There's all the different versions of the scripts. We're going to make all of these available. Everything we did today, we're going to make available so you can see examples of how we creatively did this. This is a collaboration between everybody who is in the masterclass, who's joining us privately. So if you're viewing this as a live broadcast, then you're able to observe it. If you're here actually registered in the masterclass, we're seeing your messaging, and we can bring you on stage and help actually run real live scenarios. So now let's jump back in and try a different approach to this, because there's different things that everybody's wanting to accomplish with AI. And so let's see what's topics. Okay, so just as an example, in the early 1900s, cars showed up, and it really kind of created all this controversy. And we're going to create a new chat, by the way, Marie. But there was this fight between new technology cars and horses and who's taking up the road. But 10 years later, the only horse people saw was on a chessboard. Why did it take over so quick no matter how much they fought back? Well, I mean, I guess there's a few societies across our country that are still horse, buggy, and carriage, but for the most part, it went away within 10 years. So you're either learning to drive a real car or you're standing in traffic cleaning up after your horse. And that's the reality you're in with AI today. So don't be that person. Don't be that person in 2025 who still has a flip phone in their pocket. Because if you do and you're still working and you're trying to stay relevant, you are going to disappear, unfortunately, or your job. Okay. The intern trap. Most people treat AI like an entertainment tool or like a vending machine. I want this item, and so I'll ask ChatGPT how I can get it. But that's not how it works. That's like asking your microwave to write you a Tinder bio. Like technically, probably it's possible, but emotionally, not so much. If your prompts are lazy and you're just saying the bare minimum, your output's going to be trash. So that's not why you're, but however, that's not why you're failing. Why you're failing is because you're not getting creative. Tap into your creativity and the ideas that have always inspired you, and you're not sure how to make them happen. I mean, AI is writing, like literally writing full business proposals. It's writing, like I'm worried for attorneys because there's no creativity in attorneys. Attorneys are just memorizing the law and applying it to a circumstance. But how about a license for a product? Like to get a patent. Patents can now be written by AI based on, then you just cite based on California law, based on federal law, based on, whatever it is that you need. Literally, AI can access the entire law books of state or federal, and then write any sort of brief that you want. It also can let you know what your rights are because it can go through the entire legal system to make sure that it's checking every possible opportunity. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So here's how we're going to help you go from using it like an intern to using it like a production crew. And then when I mean production, I don't just mean a film. I mean, literally, you can make businesses come to life. You can make products come to life. And it will give you step-by-step how to do it. It'll give you recommendations on who's the best at helping you achieve that. So the kind of, and you know what, before we do that, we were going to do a quick, kind of the one thing that everybody does. And so I really wanted to sneak this one in here, and that's a blog post, because it's something that we all do and we base our social media off of. So before I go into video, I want to do really quickly, I need a blog idea. Maybe we can use it from up above, unless somebody throws in a blog idea. Jorge just did one comparing financial planning to Japanese anime. Wow, I want to use that one. I was thinking you guys were going to give me a boring one, and we were going to have a hard time actually improving it. Or well, we'd actually be able to improve it with one like this. This one may be a challenge because that is super creative, Jorge. So let's do this. Can you write me a blog post for an audience of first generation Americans that have come from a Spanish speaking country who need help with financial and retirement planning, but we want to explain it using the Japanese anime style? And yeah, go ahead and write that article.
That sounds like
Continue.
all right, let's dive into it. But I love the idea of blending some anime style with really practical financial advice. So for our first generation American friends who've come from Spanish speaking countries, Imagine this as a kind of anime journey. You're the hero of your own story, and financial planning is kind of like leveling up your character. In anime style, we can think of financial goals like different arcs in your story. First, you've got the foundation arc, where you're just getting started in America, you're figuring out how to manage your income, set up a savings account. It's like training, before you go into the bigger adventures.
Okay. I'm gonna, just because there's internet issues causing a deposit, still should write out the text version of this for me, and so I should be able to see if I end this. Let's see if you can bring it up for me, Marie, and we can take a look at what the results of that last conversation are, and then we're going to put one more prompt in to blow people's minds. So did it go down even further to actual? Is it not providing the results? Of course it's not. Oh, there it is. It just showed up.
And it did it in Spanish. That's cool.
How cool is that? It also, gave it to you a version in Spanish. Now, Marie, while you're showing what it's capable of doing, Brian, can you give her a prompt to actually create an anime character, main topic or main character based on the blog article that you can use as an image?
Oh yeah, start with create image in a Japanese anime style to match this story. You don't even need to really type, just say along with this chat. That would
in anime style.
In the Japanese
they already know.
That will correspond to this chat, because it'll read everything that we just wrote.
Super simple. Let's see what we get. Now, images are going to take 30 to 60 seconds. Image is getting better and better. It's unbelievable, but you need to give ChatGPT context so that it knows. Either you're going to let it give you what you want, or give it what it thinks you want, or you're going to be more specific and keep giving your opinion about what you actually want. But it can inspire you to get started, and you can hand it over to a graphic designer to augment or recreate or layer or change imaging background, or you can attempt to do it in ChatGPT. This technology is going to radically change over the next 5 to 6 months, and you're going to see full commercials that you won't know if those are really actors filmed in a studio or AI generated, and you won't be able to tell the difference between actors. Yeah, so what it's doing, because we didn't say character, it's actually creating like an article image that you can put in to the article.
It's like a blog post image.
Yes. So it is a blog post image, but it did create the character. Oh, it is going to show us a character here. And the anticipation of how long, you guys have no idea how much. Look at that. It personalized image that you can use that fits the theme of the article. It's unbelievable.
That'd be a great Instagram post too.
Oh yeah, because when's the last time you've seen something like that on LinkedIn or Instagram? I haven't, and I'm on all day for a living, and I've never seen something similar.
That would get people to stop and read your post and possibly.
Absolutely.
If you're only on Instagram or all social media, you're just trying to sell the click. You're not trying to sell the idea of whatever it is you're not trying to get them to sign up for a financial plan. You just want to get them to click and go somewhere for more information.
Okay.
That'll do it.
So, Garth Hassel, if there's a way that you could send me an image of yourself to my GChat direct chat, I will create a hybrid image of you and Amigo Montoya. Somebody let me know when that happens, and we'll do that. In the meantime, we'll move on to video, because I really want to make sure we get video in because video is where the future is, and it's just absolutely crazy. So when we look at kind of the actionable framework, we kind of use a 4-part prompting. And the first part is like creating context. So context, as much background context as you possibly can. Like, I'm on stage in front of a group of millennials. How many millennials? What is the conference? Are you in a ballroom? Are you in an outdoor amphitheater? Like, all the context matters. What year are you in? And what role are you playing? Are you the speaker? Are you a featured speaker? How long is the speech going to be? All of that. The conference that you're actually at, and make sure it has a URL to study the conference that you're at. Tone. You want it funny? Do you want it sarcastic? Do you want it serious? Do you want it shocking? Target. Who's that target market audience that you're trying to create content for? That is the 4-part framework: context, role, tone, target. And I'm going to say it again: context, role, tone, target. So instead of write me a caption, you try like you are a viral growth strategist writing edgy copy for Gen Z startup launching a personal branding app. Write 3 captions with CTA to boost click-through rates. So you can see how much more specific we're being. And Brian, when he kind of did this big long run-on paragraph when he gave it the first prompt in our first challenge, and I encourage you to do the same. Keep talking until every possible detail in your head comes out. Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about grammar, punctuation. Just get it out there and then hit return and see what you get. You would be surprised.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do is just press talk to text, and I'll just pace up and down the hallway talking into my phone for 5-10 minutes, and I won't stop talking. Don't worry about punctuation. I can change my mind in the middle of my thought and say, no, never mind. What I actually meant to say was XYZ. And then when you hit send, you will be blown away what it sends back to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I apologize. We had tech issues with Brian's camera today, so that's why you're hearing audio only, but normally he'd be on with us. Still seeing if Garth will take my challenge. I don't see that he has yet, but if he does, or if somebody else can go to his LinkedIn profile and grab his picture and send it to me, we'll do it anyways. So absolutely. Okay. So now that we have kind of the 4-part framework, now, well, what I'd like to do, we're going to go into a video prompt challenge here. But remember, when it comes back to game-changing, like industry-shattering businesses like Apple, Steve Jobs didn't just say to his team, build me a phone and make sure the future fit in someone's hand. You have to lead the AI system. They probably spent 5-10 years throwing ideas around, collaborating, and getting as much detail out as possible. So did somebody give me an image? Is that what I saw flash up on the screen? No, not yet. I don't want to take up broadcast time, but if somebody sends it to me, I will do it. Let's jump into video prompting. So is that Garth's picture from when he was a kid? Okay, so she's uploaded it. Then go ahead, Marie, can you take this image and create a new image in the likeness of Amigo Montoya? I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. Hey, can we bring Garth on stage? I think we can. Garth, he's there. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and like Amigo Montoya. Somebody spell that for us here. Let's see. Trying to find it in the text. There it is. Inigo. INIGOMONTOYA. Let's take a look. And while we're doing that, we have Brian on stage? Well, Garth, you didn't accept my invitation. But if he does, I'm going to bring him on stage because I want to get his reaction to this in real time. Because we do have to wait for the image. Do we scroll down, see what the image looks like? Okay, so what's it asking? Image in the likeness of... So it's asking...
Yeah.
It's asking for clarification. So it's asking, do you want realistic art or cartoon art? If you can't read that. And then now it's going to try and recreate. Thanks for joining us, Garth. Thanks for...
Is this working?
It's working. You're on stage.
I'm on stage. Woohoo. It's planned to be. This is StreamYard. I didn't think
I know.
Doing this.
I know.
I'm actually wearing something.
It's okay.
So are you.
I know. Show up on Fridays. Be prepared. I may just put you on stage. And you must be prepping for some sort of recording because you got green screen going on behind you.
No, I pulled it down to hide the mess behind me.
Good for you, Garth. It's like the closet at the front of the house that you stuff everything into when somebody rings your doorbell.
Right.
And then you can barely get it closed. And then when you open it, everything falls out.
That's kind of like pajamas.
So, so was that picture a picture of you when you were a kid?
Yeah, it's 4th grade.
Okay, so 4th grade picture, just to make it more entertaining. There's the picture.
Yeah.
I love the haircut, 1970s.
Yeah.
I love those collars.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the vests, they were big.
Yeah. Okay, let's scroll down and see if we got anything yet. No, it may take a moment. That's okay. It's always based on how busy AI is because the demand for processing speed and power is growing faster than companies can keep up with. And so sometimes there'll be slowdowns like this. But what's the most creative thing that you've done, Garth, that surprised you in the last couple months that AI totally surprised you in its output?
Well, I spent some time with it and said, what if, I got a stroke and I weren't functioning, but my wife wanted to ask me a question. So I uploaded pretty much everything I could dump into it about me and then had it kind of like develop a persona around me. And it was pretty scary.
I can imagine. There you go. There. Now that looks like Amigo Montoya. I'm curious how they. Can we enlarge the picture at all? Zoom in at all? And then Garth, tell me where did the AI merge? Does it look like the AI actually brought in features from your original image?
The mustache is kind of off character, but
can we scroll in any more? Let's see.
Wait a minute.
There we go.
Hold on, I lost my picture.
And let's see the result. There we go. And just scroll down a little bit. There we go. That looks pretty much like Amigo Montoya. So you never know what you're going to get. You could ask it. We're not going to do this live but I'm going to do it offline and send it to Garth. We could re-ask this and you can go ahead and do it and then we'll move on. But ask it to recreate the image to look more like the original image of Garth in 4th grade. Maybe it didn't take the 2 images and combine them. Maybe we didn't give it the right prompt. And that's why you have to sometimes argue with ChatGPT or AI to create what you want.
Yeah.
And then while it does that, it will work on that.
Hey, Marie, I just put a link in the private chat for an image that I created that you might find entertaining.
Okay, so lean into your microphone so we can hear you,
Oh,
Brian.
it's there's a link in the chat. It's Rob riding a polar bear.
Okay, good example. And then Garth, I'm going to keep you on long enough until that image renders. Well, if you're in the chat, private chat, I'll click on it. And let's see, private chat. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Seriously? That's hilarious. Okay, so
it's like Nicolas Cage with that hair. Oh no, wait, that's a different one. I'm looking different one.
I'm gonna try. Let's see if I can share a video. The file that was just created. This is absolutely crazy. No, I don't see this. Let's see. Download this image. I'm just gonna share my screen and see if this works. Screen share, and then we'll go back to Garth's. There we go.
Nice. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so if I zoomed in, and those of you who know me, then that's pretty funny. I don't know if I can zoom in even more. My head's a little small for that body, though.
Yeah. That's great.
That is fantastic. And then you could do some editing on that. Now I'm going to stop sharing so we can go back and see if Garth's image was recreated. So to stop the screen share. Oh, nope. That wasn't it. There we go. Thank you, Marie.
Yeah, you're back.
Thank God for being a producer. And then, nope, still hasn't loaded yet. Oh, there it is. But now we're going back to the original image. Well, it's not quite the original image. But we would play around with this until you get something that... that's what creativity is for. You don't know what you're going to get. So you have to iterate. But based on our time frame, I want to jump into video. And Brian, did you share the Instagram? Yeah, so video using the 4-part structure. Can you, Marie, log into Instagram with the link in private chat for Brian to share the video that he created? Because we're going now from images to video, and I just want to show you what's possible. And now there is a little bit more process for video because you have to you have to give it a lot more context. But if we can pull up the link, the Instagram link, but Brian, while we're doing that, can you explain what it took? Like, do you have a sample prompt that you can paste in the chat, in the public chat, for people to see how long the prompt was, or one of the prompt was? Because I know you used multiple.
Yeah, I didn't use I used a GPT, actually. So it was a custom GPT that someone else programmed, but it's very detailed, and it goes into, we can watch this for a second.
Requirement.
Oh no. Can we zoom in? There we go.
Yeah, we'll watch this and then I'll explain it.
You've worked too long to let it all just slip away. You're paying more, but getting less. You need a plan. Not later, but now.
At American Financial, our expert-led, tech-enabled plans cut fees, calm volatility, and protect your legacy before it's too late.
Now,
Ready
this
to
is just
secure your wealth and peace of mind? Join our free workshop to learn how to simplify your fees, reduce volatility risk, and safeguard your estate. Spots are limited. Register now. Just DM the word "I'm ready." What if one bad day wipes out your... I don't know, Brian.
This can't be right.
I think she may be gold digging there. She looks about 20 years younger than he does. Okay, so let's show one more, and then we will share this GPT with you for anyone who's in attendance, Brian, at the end, like in 15 minutes. Just be prepared to drop that, or you can drop it in now. Drop in the custom GPT share link that you used so that people can have access to that. Can you scroll down to another one in his channel? This is a testing channel that we're doing because you can actually create social influencers that refer people to your business without it affecting your brand.
It's making up nonsense words. No business, no brand, no followers, just simple 4 or 5 letter made up names. And companies are buying them for thousands. Why? Because in a world where every good name is taken, invented ones are gold. It's weird, it's lazy, and it works almost too well. Yes, it sounds crazy, but people are making serious money from something we all did as kids. Making up nonsense words. No business, no brand, no followers, just simple 4 or 5 letter.
And what's crazy is the AI knew that it was a podcast, and it added the interviewer, the host commentary. I didn't even ask it to do it. It's pretty wild.
Very, very wild. And if you miss any of the GPTs that we've referred to today or any of the results that we created today, you can always either email me or GChat at rob@amhsupport.com. We're going to put all of these in a document with the links to the GPTs that we used, and we will send that out to you. Again, just GChat or email me, rob@amhsupport.com. We'll make sure that you get that if we don't get them in the chat before we end today. All right, so we were going to go from, was there any other samples that you wanted to give us, or did you want to show that video prompt, or where you found that video prompt? Brian?
It was actually from another, it was like an AI course. It was a little $5 thing that I subscribed to, and it gave me some prompts. So
sure. So here's what we're going to do. Marie, share your screen again. I just want to show people where they can go and get some out of the box prompts, and because people are creating them just like we're creating them. So Marie, if you can share your screen and go to ChatGPT, and she may be having tech issues. So let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. Okay. And you can go ahead, let's make that bigger. And then on the far left, you can see that you can shop out GPTs. So you can search, these are our custom GPTs, but there's also a GPT option where these are chat GPTs that are created by other people. So these are ours, but click on GPTs. On the far left, if you want to guide her while I log in, Brian, on where you can shop for the hundreds of GPTs that are, there they are. She found them. Those are the featured GPTs. Now search video GPT. And then if you scroll down, and hit enter or whatever. And then you'll see all these other GPTs that hundreds, thousands of people have created and that they're sharing across the web. So you can find GPTs for just about anything. Question is, which ones work? How effective are they? And so it's a little bit of testing when you're using other people's GPTs, but you can put just about anything in the search box. Let's do video commercial or video reel. I think you were going to put reel there, Marie. And there you go. If you hit enter, it will bring all the GPTs that create video reels. The other thing that I would like to remind everybody about is GPTs can become outdated very, very quickly. So even though you may be using a GPT, remember that you need to never agree with it. Ask it for rewrites. Give it your opinion. Change the context. Ask it to search the entire web. You can actually choose which, whether you want to do it. There's different models. So there's 4.0, there's 4.0 mini, there's deep learning. So you also can change the model. And then you can also use your own custom instructions. So Marie, they've moved that to the bottom corner. So let me see if I can move myself out of the way. So in the bottom corner, there should be an icon for your Rob Souza, and then you can click on customize. And so you can see, if you look closely, it says, I can't read that, customize ChatGPT. And then if you click on that, go ahead and click on that. You can also use your custom instructions. Go ahead and turn it on. I've turned it off for today's demo, but enable. And then here's all the custom instructions that give it my personality, my perspective, things I don't want said and things I do want said, how I want it said. So you can apply other people's GPTs to your custom instructions built inside your profile. So go ahead and turn that back off. And then let's close that window. And the last thing we're gonna do before we wrap up today, unless people have specific questions, and Marie, be looking out for that in the chat. What I'm going to try and do is, because it worked a minute ago, is I'm going to try and screen share. We've had problems on this computer, but I want to show you how I can take a insurance illustration and have it summarized and then create a easy to understand tutorial. If I can get back into ChatGPT. Let's see. Nope, not going to happen. Okay. Marie, if you can hear me, I want you to go ahead and try and find, search. It should be in the top 3 insurance illustration. And if you could do that for me, because... And if you can find that, Marie, I don't know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me, Marie.
I can, Rob.
Okay, can you go to the insurance illustration? And then I think I already uploaded the illustration. Should be one of the top 3 or top 4 last searches. And then I asked for a summary. So it would be the very last result in that chat. I happen to right now not be able to see my screen, but I'm going to trust you to show that chat. You may have to narrate it as we look at it.
Is it the IOL?
Yes, thank you. And okay, so what it did is it gave a summary. All I did was upload the illustration. Was the first thing I did. And then at the very bottom, after asking a bunch of different questions, oh, they were cleared out of memory. Of course they were. Well, let's try this again. Marie, I'm going to do this in real time on my computer. I just want them to see the results. But let me see if I can upload it again. So from photos and files, I'm grabbing the illustration. And of course, I can't find that illustration. So looks like we're going to be doing this. Looks like we're going to be doing this next week because I don't have the original file at which I need to be able to upload, so that it's got to be uploaded in a CSV file, not a PDF. And when you do that, it can read every line of the illustration and it can give you a summary, and then it also can answer your question. So you can scroll up and just look at some of the research that we were doing. We asked, can you create me so if we go all the way to the top, Marie, can you create me an investment analysis tool to take an IUL life insurance illustration that uses an average return rate according to the AG 49 insurance regulation? See how I'm going on and on and on, giving context, and upload it to an Excel workbook that can replicate the average return rate of the illustration and replace each year with interest earned from the actual S&P historical rate. Those of you who aren't in the insurance industry, you're probably like cross-eyed right now, but the bottom line is it broke it down and tells me exactly what I want. So in the first section, and then gives me the key specifications for the tool that I'm trying to build. And so it gave me a list of the inputs that's going to be required for me to do that. So I just have to give it the inputs. It's giving me the logic. Now, we discovered that some of our logic was wrong, and so we had to rewrite this. So I kind of wanted to show that to you and a summary. But the outputs then give us a side-by-side comparison tool with graphs, charts, historical charts that compare one investment over the other investment, all programmed into an Excel spreadsheet of which I have zero experience. So somebody who knows Excel formulas could probably do this on their own, but you also could have AI or ChatGPT do a complex workbook with hundreds of pages and calculations, and it could do it for you with the right prompt in about 60 seconds. So if you wanted to analyze complex data and create complex formulas, so you get all scroll all the way down. It's like the nerdy but necessary notes. So you're going to have to take into consideration. It's literally instructions telling me what it needs for me to do this project correctly. And then at the very bottom gives me action items about what I need to do next to make this tool come to life. So we're working on this tool now. We're going to make this tool available where you can compare any investment to any investment side by side. And we can't wait to finish this. And we're letting AI teach us exactly what we need for the output. And I will send the actual output after the show in the document with all the ChatGPTs, this entire conversation, so that you can see the results and what is possible. So as we wrap up the hour, are there any questions, Marie, that you can see that we can answer before we finish? Garth, headshot prompt. If I were Tom Cruise, he'd jump up and down on a couch. That's what he'd do. Anything to add, Brian, as we wrap up today's session? Can anybody hear me? Marie?
We can hear you, Ron.
Yeah, I was muted. Yeah, just anything that just play, experiment, be creative. Just ChatGPT is like having the smartest assistant possible. It's way smarter than me.
Like it literally, you can create a team of employees.
Yeah.
If you save them as custom GPTs and return to the conversation and continue the conversation, you literally can create an entire department of employees that are trained for very specific tasks and to give you the answers that you're looking for, and it already knows because it's been training with you on an ongoing basis.
Yeah. And if you have ideas swimming around in your head, just chat it out to ChatGPT and see what it comes back with. It's great for ideation.
So, Brian, before we finish up, can you quickly describe, and we'll wrap up with this. Can you describe the marriage therapist and the theologian or the biblical scholar you created?
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I created a GPT.
Stay near the mic for us so we can hear you.
Yeah. Here. Go to my GPTs, and I created my GPT.
Well, just go ahead and describe it because we got 2 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I just created it to be like a therapist, a theologist, anything that I wanted to ask it. I said, you are the perfect balance of wisdom. You have a caring spirit that is that of a mother, a sister, a wife, and a therapist, and a loyal friend. You're a personal assistant, a medical and psychological advisor to the user, and you are loyal, and you always aim to guide him towards success in all his endeavors. And then it just goes on from there. I said, you have a PhD in psychology, nutrition, health, and an MBA from Harvard and Wharton, and are educated in all things business related.
Yes, and then
whatever I ask it, then it returns that with that in mind.
Yes, and so if you're brainstorming about working through a conflict, you can actually go to a specific trained GPT profile to get advice from. It can be a producer, a movie writer, a pastor who's coaching you, and you can upload and mention your favorite pastors, your favorite books to get it to respond based on your favorite advice from the favorite people that are published on the web. And it will always remind you of good advice from your favorite books that you've ever read. It's a total mind blower. And everybody joining us today, pray for Brian because he spends more time with his GPT therapist than he does at home. So, no, I'm kidding, Brian. But yes, we spend a lot of time talking to AI than we ever have before because of the capabilities. So it's the 9 o'clock hour. Brian, thanks for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for being patient.
Absolutely.
But please, we want you to think about all the possibilities. You don't need to know how to do it. We just want you to dream it. So until next time, we'll see you next week. Digital Advisor Weekly, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. And until then, we'll see you in the digital world.